welcome back to Behind the Banter. Today's a very special day. We have our first guest of the show, Tash.
Hi. How you doing?
Say hi to the audience.
Hi.
Yeah, we're very excited. Tash and I go way back now. We were introduced via my cousin and friends of all sorts. We've been here in many a state of drunkenness, this house. We're actually at Tash's at the moment, hence the great slippers, also known as tapachki. But yeah, the reason we're here is to discuss dating, something that the two of us are going through together at the moment. We're not dating each other, just to clarify.
No, yeah, we're clarifying.
No news to you.
Thanks.
But we're both experiencing dating at the same rate. We've also both done it on the other side of the world. But welcome to Behind the Banter.
Thanks for having me.
Pleasure. And if you wouldn't mind introducing yourself to everyone.
I'll have a sip first.
Wine first.
I'm Tash. I'm 28. I also lived in the UK. Not with this one, but we had our moments.
We had our moments together.
Our moments. I've recently come back home. I make prosthetic limbs.
Yes, she
For a
does.
job. I am single.
She is single.
I'm very single.
Fellas. She is single and mingling.
We are trying.
Yeah.
In this climate. That's what we're here to talk about.
Yeah, fantastic. So that's Tash. And yeah, basically we're going to open with a bit of a story that happened last week.
Oh my goodness.
Now, I'm very single at the moment. My motto, as I've mentioned previously, is find my wife, live my life. And
I'm finding my husband.
yes, and
Yep.
living your life.
And living my life.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
This is the key. We're still going to live our lives. We must live our lives. But yeah, so we were like, let's try something different. We're sick of the apps. And so you said to your friend, help me find something.
No, my friends have been pushing me.
Okay.
My friends are like, come on, it's time now. Like, get serious. There's no one on the apps.
There is
Well,
close to no one on the
there's
apps.
close to no one. So my friend was like, Tash, I've found this event. You must go.
You simply must.
You simply must, you know?
And I have been invited to this as well.
Well, I said I wouldn't go on my own. I have no single friends.
Hey,
So I said,
I'm literally right here.
but no single.
Are you hearing this?
No single girlfriends.
Aha.
So I went, well, who am I gonna go to this with?
Here I am.
You walk in, Messiah walked in, saved the day.
It was an experience, eh? We went for a drink before. My cousin also came with us. We bought these tickets like weeks in advance, and we're like, fuck yeah, this is gonna be fun. And there was a night after that was sold out for the girls. And I was like, Tash, maybe I should go to that one. You know, sold out for the girls. Little did we know how few tickets were actually for sale. So we go for a drink before. We're all like, let's just have some fun with this. You never know. It's speed dating. None of us had done speed dating. We were like, you thought it was going to be
I
groups.
actually didn't know it was going to be speed dating at all. I messaged
It's
Ben
literally
during the
on there.
day and I was like, no, my worst fear is that it's speed dating. And you were like, what do you think it's going to be?
It is. So we went, and I'll be honest. When we walked in, I was worried, to say the least. Put lightly. Just like, one, it was tiny in there. That was the big issue that I found. I was like, oh, so there's really not many people coming to this. And then, when they started announcing that we're starting, we all looked at each other like, oh God, this is it. There's a bit of an ego issue there that we can dive into if we want. We're like, are we better than these people? Realistically, we're all single, we're all in the same position, so no. But were they people I would approach in a bar?
No.
Are they people we'd even see in a bar?
They were tweenies. They were tweenies. Absolute children. I walked in and I was
Over 18
like...
children, just by the way.
Oh, yeah. No. Not literal children. I walked in and I was like, I have to speak to these people.
Each of them 5 minutes.
Each of them for 5 minutes.
And 2 girls didn't show up, so you didn't get a break, but the boys each got a 10-minute break where we spoke to the people who ran it, which was weird. I'm pretty sure one of the women who was running it was just absolutely trashed.
That's great. I love that for her.
Great, living her best life. Also, it's a Tuesday night. It was a Tuesday night. It was a Tuesday night, which just like isn't a sexy night, and you want speed dating to be on a sexy night.
You just can't do anything on a Tuesday.
Like, where are we gonna go?
We're like, what's up
what?
now?
Also, I'm living with my parents. If it did go really, really well, and like this is an issue that I'm living with all the time, I've got to have my white shorts ready. I've got to be playing the away game. White shorts are on at every opportunity. Not that there's been a single opportunity since I moved back, but okay, I think that's a good like way for us to, I guess, transition into how different it is over here compared to over in the UK.
Yeah.
People in the UK, fuck. Put simply.
We're just out. No, it's a different lifestyle because people here are like, nah, we're doing the serious. We're locking it down. It's let me get to know you.
Yes.
There, you're out, you're having fun. It's just who am I having fun with?
Yes.
And that's just the aim. That's at least like for me.
Who am I having fun with over there? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like I'm not going to go stoop everyone that I meet because it's like a serious like life partner style.
Here is what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm feeling that. I guess we're dating with intention a bit more. Like we both have come back to date with intention, but also I think I've come to realize that because I'm dating with intention, it means I'm getting laid a lot less. And I'm a sexual being. Like that's just, it is what it is. And I'm starving. Like I'm withering away. I'm a dog at 6:03 p.m., 3 minutes late for dinner, withering away. You know what I mean? Like haven't been fed in days, it feels like for them. Months. Anyway, so it's very different because over there, like you go out, you go on a date, like there's actually a chance that things might happen. Like you're prep shaving. You know what I mean?
You're doing the everything shower.
You're doing the everything shower.
I don't know. But we're open. We're open to seeing what
Exactly.
comes.
But here it's like I can drive to a date confidently knowing that I'm most likely going to have a nice time, might get a kiss, but I'm going to go home, I'm going to message my friends and be like, yeah, it was nice, this is what we did, and I'm still horny as fuck.
I'm driving to all my dates.
Which, absurd. I've driven to all of my dates.
If you drive, like you're already limiting yourself to the possibilities.
Exactly, because we can't drink and drive. Drinking and driving is bad. Very, very bad. Now, I want to dive into a bad dating story. I'd like you to share one if you have one. I'm assuming you have many.
I don't.
It's such a good date.
It's just me. I'm
fellas,
so good.
She's a good date.
No, I was actually trying to think of this. There's nothing that's been horrible. I think my worst would have been, I went and met, it was when I was living in Adelaide.
Mm-hmm. We remain nameless for everyone, by the way.
Yeah. Not that I don't keep in contact with this person anymore anyway. Or that I remember his name.
Okay.
So yeah, that's where it starts. Anyway, I was living in Adelaide. A lot of country boys out there.
Did you emphasize the first part of that word on purpose? A lot of country boys?
Oh, no. I didn't notice that I did that. Sorry.
Anyway, moving along. These are great slippers.
So good. We went for a coffee walk situation.
Already off to a shocking start.
It's a shocking start. I see him as I'm walking down and I'm already like, I don't know if that's you.
Oh God.
I was like, maybe not. I had to send like a message whilst I was walking just to see if he checked his phone to be like, okay, that's the person. Anyway, we're there. He doesn't even buy my coffee.
What? Whoa. Chivalry.
I bought the coffees. This is why I'm a good time. Because I pay.
You know, it's not like a bottle of wine or something like that. Although she did shout the wine tonight. Shout out to the chicken wine.
Chicken wine. The best. Yep, I paid for the coffees, which was fine. It's fine. I'll pay. I'll treat you.
So generous.
We go for a walk, we're just talking, and then he proceeds to tell me this story about how he hit a kangaroo with his ute. But he got out of his car, it wasn't dead, so he proceeded to end its life.
Oh my God, that is not sexy talk.
And I was like, why
Like,
didn't you, like, I don't know, call the helpline? Like, there's like the animal...
There's got to be something you could... How
like,
did he
there's
kill
a-
it? Now my brain's going, how did he kill it?
He had a baseball bat.
Why does he have a baseball bat?
Yeah.
We're in Australia.
No. And I went, okay, thank you. Never again. And I left.
That's fine. Did you just kind of like leave him on the street there? I hope so.
I went, oh, here's my car. Thankfully, my car was
Oh my
actually right there. It
God.
was perfect timing for me.
Oh, that is actually awful. The thought of also hitting something and then it not dying terrifies me.
Nah, I don't want it.
Like, the rule of thumb is if a kangaroo is on the road and it's not going to move, you actually have to speed up so it rolls over your car.
Well, I've never actually thought
And
about
hopefully
this.
it dies too. Like, you don't want it to survive that. Like, because then it gets fucking
Then
beat up. If that happens to me, I don't
just-
have any tools in my car to kill this thing with.
No.
Also, how do I
But
sleep after that?
I'm not thinking about what tools am I going to finish the job with. I'm going, what's like, animal welfare number?
Yeah, no, you're putting that thing out of its misery though, really. He did the right thing. But also, like, this is not a first date story.
First date.
Wow. So
And
no
I'm really
second
like-
coffee?
No second coffee.
I also had a really bad coffee date. Coffee dates are just bound to be a disaster. Because one, it reminds me of COVID.
Ugh.
I walked up to this girl, match on Hinge, like, let's go grab a coffee. It is COVID. I have left the 5-kilometer radius.
Naughty.
I know.
Oh my
Tut tut.
goodness.
And she was like, what do you want? She actually bought me the coffees as well. Holy shit. This girl
There's a
bought me
thing
the
about
coffees.
the
Because she got
coffees.
there first. She's like, oh, what's your order? I said, oat latte, obviously. Come on.
I can't
And-
drink oat milk anymore.
Oh,
I
no.
know.
But you're a fraud, so.
That's fine.
I
I recently found out that I was celiac. I was telling Benj, today I went and got Subway.
Real celiac. That's a celiac.
That's a great one.
That's a celiac. But anyway. She's like, all right, cool, I'll order the coffee. I was like, oh, thanks so much. Anyway, I turned the corner. She's standing there holding the coffee. And I watch her do this visibly.
No.
My bitch!
No.
How dare you?
That-
Also, honey, you ain't that fine either. But I'm not going to visibly go, oh.
Oh.
I was
Nah,
shook. And then I had to
nah.
continue with that. And you know what's fucked? We had a lot in common. We had great conversation that would normally float. But because she was like, at the start, she was like pulling fucking teeth out. So many common topics, so many common themes. Nothing. I was like, ugh. And walking past, I was like, so this is my car. Bye.
You
It
know
was
what?
awful.
Good she paid for the coffee.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, take
put me
the
through
coffee.
torture going on that.
That's so rude.
Outrageous. Before you get to a date, often people get caught in the talking phase. Does this happen to you? If so, why?
I hate the talking phase.
Retweet, sister.
I hate it. Like, I don't have the attention span. I don't want to sit there like, what do I have? How was your day? I don't care.
I don't care yet.
I don't care.
Yet, I do not care.
No, like, and then the more that you talk, the less that you're going to actually talk on the date because you've talked about everything. So
Yeah.
just get in there, do your pleasantries, make sure that you have a
So-
little bit.
Okay, so you hate the small talk, right? What are you doing to get out of being in the talking phase? Because it sounds like you're avoiding it like the plague,
Right.
understandably.
You know what, to be fair, I'm just straight in, going like, what are you doing next week?
I'm straight in.
Straight in.
Come at it. So fair. I'm like that too. I can do the small talk. I had to do the small talk. Story time.
Story time.
I met a girl. I met a lovely, lovely girl. She was this Brazilian girl. I met her in Rome.
Oh.
Actually, where I got this jacket. Shout out to Mish, my best friend. She bought me this when we were in Rome, and I wanted to wrap it tonight. But my friend Mish, she left, and I was on my ones, and I met this girl at a bar. I approached a girl at a bar. Terrifying.
Wow.
But you're like, champion. Anyway, we spent the whole night together just chatting away, hooking up at the bar, going around Rome, touring around, like kissing by ancient ruins. And then there's photos of us at the Trevi Fountain. It was gorgeous. The photos look like we're an engaged couple. And then she was like, you can't come back to mine because my housemate will think it's weird. Which, in itself, weird comment, but whatever.
Weird
I was
comment.
like, whatever. Anyway, the next day, first of all, on my way home, I called my mum on a scooter going back. I was like, Mum, I just had the best time of my fucking life. Anyway, the next day I was working. I was like, I've got my lunch break at 12:30. Come meet me for a glass of wine. So we're going to meet for a glass of wine. And while we're there, she's like, come meet me in Paris.
Got to work in Rome.
Yeah.
Like, it's just so rude.
Just slide that one in there.
Just slide that in. Like,
I was like,
just working in Rome, having my glass of wine.
Literally, it was outrageous. And so I met up with her and she's like, come meet me in Paris. I was like, what dates? She gives me dates. She's like, let me see when I get back to London. I get back to London, I message her, what are the dates? She says, I gave you the wrong dates, it's these dates. And I was like, fuck it. I book flights. 27 hours in Paris on a date, but this is 2 weeks ahead. So now I have to keep chit chat going for 2 weeks because I've committed.
Yep.
She's a lot younger as well. She was 22 years old and I'm 27. I was like, there's a bit of an age gap. I didn't really feel it on the night. She's very interesting. She's clearly experiencing life, which was awesome. And I was like, cool. Let's like a toe in the water here and there, make sure the convo flows. We did that really well. And we made it through to Paris. Thank
2
God.
weeks is a long time.
It was exhausting. Because it's like you're thinking about it, it's like, have I messaged her enough?
Yeah.
Because I don't want her to feel like I'm ignoring her and then just using her to get to Paris. Even though she was using me for sex 100%. And I'm so fine with that. She treated me like a fucking ragdoll and that was fine. What a week.
Mems.
What a weekend. It was 27 hours of just pure bliss. Jesus Christ. Anyway,
Okay, back to reality now.
back to reality.
Yeah.
Sad, no sex. This is my life. And we're back. So, yeah, I got stuck in the talking phase there. But now, generally speaking, I'm like, if we're on the apps and we've matched, I need to know, are you giving off crazy scary vibes? As long as you're not giving that off, I'm like, let's just catch up. Obviously, you'd have to do some sort of checking. Is this person going to kill me?
I'm Inspector Gadget. I'm on that shit, like, checking you out straight away.
Just checking you out straight away. We're on the apps, like, we're all checking each other out. Like, that's what we're there for. We're not there to fuck spiders, you know what I mean?
Someone who knows you, okay, you're a person.
You're real?
That's
you're not
actually
scary.
the baseline right now.
You're real.
You're real.
This is where we're at. This is where we're at. They're real. Just please be real. Jesus. Well, I actually had a time when I went on a date and it was kind of like, is that them? The person walked straight past me and I was like, oh God, it's her. It's her.
Wait, but she walked straight past you?
She walked straight past the place.
Oh.
I didn't recognize her because she looked so different from her photos. I was like, oh fuck. Anyway, she mentioned to me on the date, it was like the first time a guy had said come out for dinner and like a first proper date. And I was like, oh, so now I have to pay for it too. Which is that real of me? Like I felt obligated to pay for it because she said, this is the first date. Did I just get played for a free dinner?
Nah, you know what? I really hold down who suggested the date.
Yes.
If you suggest dinner, then at least I'm always offering to pay my half. Anyway, I think that's just what you have to do.
I love it when someone offers. It can be an empty offer.
It's just an empty offer.
Just offer.
But you offer.
There was one time a girl, it was clearly a one-night stand. She was this French girl. She was in London for the weekend. And this is what I mean. People in London fuck. She was in London for the weekend. We matched on Hinge. She was like, I'm here for one night. I was like, cool. Let's go to this bar. No chit-chat. Like, we knew each other were real. I don't know how.
I don't know.
Also, like, I just didn't care as much over there. I was like, who the fuck cares? You know, if you don't show up, I'm at a nice bar. I'll have a good time on my ones. Anyway, she's French. We're at a wine bar. I was like, you pick the wine. Big mistake.
No.
She picks this nice bottle of wine. And then we finished the bottle.
French.
I know. I was the idiot. I was the idiot. So then we go to pay at the end. We've already agreed we're going back to hers, by the way. And so the guy whips out the card machine and I whip out my wallet. I tap the card. She's like, yeah, I'm glad you paid because I wasn't even going to pull out my wallet. And I was like, don't tell me that.
Whoa.
I accepted that you weren't going to pay, but like, don't.
No, you don't say.
Exactly.
You don't say.
You keep that to your fucking self. Anyway, had a lovely night with her.
Well, you got what you wanted out of it.
She got what she wanted too.
Oh,
Just to clarify,
okay, yeah.
we both got what we wanted. We both used each other. We both used each
You
other.
just lost more money out of it.
And tell
Were
me,
you
what is...
close by to her place, or did you also have
Yeah,
to
she was
pay
staying
for
in
the Uber?
Soho, which was elite. It was also
Okay.
funny because in the morning she got up to go for a run. Healthy person.
Were you just lying there waiting for
No, I was like, well, I'm going to fucking leave, obviously.
Oh.
So I'm walking to the train and I've walked the wrong way. Sorry, I didn't walk the wrong way. The Bakerloo was closed, so I had to walk to the Jubilee line. So I'm walking and she runs past me. I was like,
No.
oh my God, hi.
Hi.
It was the most awkward situation I've been in a long time. I was like, oh God, she's never going to see me
Literally
again. Thank
just
God.
seeing each other naked, but like going out the next day and bumping into
It's that
each
morning
other. It's
after
awkward.
walk. Seriously. Tell me.
I once was house sitting and I had an appointment to get to in the morning. And I very much was like, oh, do you want to stay? I'll come back in half an hour.
Stop it. Did they?
They did. They kept sleeping. Like,
I would feel so uncomfortable. I'd be like, what if I needed to do something and I needed to know where something was? I'm not going to go scavenging around your room. What if he checked your top drawer?
Well,
What's in the top drawer?
It wasn't mine.
It
I
his
was
place.
house sitting.
Oh, true. I guess that's kind of fine.
It was kind of fine.
That's kind of fine.
I don't know.
I feel like when you're house sitting, like by law, you must have someone over.
It's
written in the laws of house sitting.
You've got to take the opportunity where
Seriously.
you can.
Well, we both live with our parents. Like it's tough.
Hard.
It's tough.
It's hard.
And it's like, oh, hi, I'm Bed. You know, I'm cool. I moved back from London. I lived overseas, but now I live with my parents.
But now I'm living with my parents.
But I have a nice jacket. So, like, let's move forward from that. You know what I mean?
No, it's like, just feel like when you were out living and you just had no one to answer to, no one to worry about. Yeah.
What a time.
Time.
What a time. But it's crazy because people move here to live that life. And, like, one of my friends now, I was put in touch with a girl who's just moved here from New Zealand. She's like living her best fucking life here. And I'm like, okay, we're going to hang out more so I can live my best life with you.
Yeah.
I think that's what I'm trying to do here, you know? Have a bit of fun, live life, live large.
Live life, love.
Live life, love. On that, here we go, another story. I love stories. So here's a bit of an update in my current love life.
Oh.
It's going nowhere, generally speaking. But I'm now very conscious of the fact that the apps don't work. So I'm just going to start asking for referrals. So I was out...
Referrals, everyone.
Referrals.
Referrals.
She's single. So I was, how you say, at dinner last night with a friend. And his partner, she rocked up as well. And I was like, all right, guys, so you got anyone for me? And they were like, what's your type? And I explained this one girl who I went on a date with. And I was like, I really liked her. But she was like, it's not the right time. And I could see it was a genuine answer. I was like, so anyone with that kind of vibe. I'm not going to lie, kind of hoping that at some point she turns around and she's like, okay, I'm ready now. And I'm like, yep, cool.
Isn't the right person, wrong time so shit?
I fucking hate that
So
saying.
shit.
That brings up so much trauma.
Okay, so... Oh. The
That's okay,
veins
I'm
be
fine.
popping.
Shit. And so they were like, oh, we've got someone, this person. They both were like, yeah, this is absolutely going to work. And they were a bridesmaid at someone else's wedding. So I said to the person who they went to the wedding, I was like, look, I've been told that I might get along with this individual. Help me out. And she goes, send me, I think the creativity involved in this is everything. And it's the best way to spice shit up. Because like you could just message your family like, hey, I know this person. They think you're cute. Get in touch or something like that. She goes, send me an audio note with your application. I'm going to proofread. And if I approve, I'll send it across. I was like, cool.
Amazing.
So I sent an audio note. And then today we were both added to a WhatsApp chat. And then our friend left.
Stop.
And to have just started talking, her vibes are incredible. And the reason why I got onto this, she's like, I'd love to live, laugh, love more about this video that I sent her. Because the video from Hannah's wedding.
Oh my God, no, stop.
So I sent that to her as well. It's an unbelievable
It's a great video. We were actually trying to find it the other day
Were we?
Well, maybe not you. Maybe I was.
Yeah, it's not on the interwebs.
No.
It's only on my Hinge.
Oh.
Of course. Anything decent on my Hinge.
On the Hinge.
So yes, that's my current update. But other than that,
Well, that's very
No.
fresh.
it's literally hours.
Okay, so have you booked something in?
Literally been hours. Calm down. She does move quick. Jesus Christ, I'm under attack. For fuck's sake.
No more talking. Book
No,
it in.
no. She's clearly got good comms. There will be a date that comes with this.
Okay.
And I will update the gang as soon at the next week's episode. Do you think there's an element of why people stay in the talking phase that comes from a fear of rejection? Like you're talking, you're having a good time, and then you get comfortable in that phase, but then you don't want to take that next step because you're like, shit, what if they don't like me in person?
For me, I don't think that at all.
Well, it sounds like you're fucking fearless.
No, I have so much anxiety to see someone in person. Like,
But you do it.
If I talk to you too long,
I'm gonna get the ick.
well, A, yes. But B, I'm like, I've built up so much anxiety that the chat is better than being in person.
You're gonna have to say that again for me. My brain just farted. It didn't work. My brain did not compute.
That, like, if you're getting along well over chat, that when you actually meet in person, it's just shit. It's just utter shit.
Yeah.
You can't flow. I mean, like, people have time over text to think about what they respond.
And this is what I hate. You're not yourself when you're over text. Like,
Not yourself. Sometimes I consult ChatGPT if I don't know what to respond.
am I talking to fucking AI on these apps?
You could be.
Could
Some
you
of my
imagine?
best jokes have come out with ChatGPT.
That's outrageous.
But it's amazing. They don't know any better. But then.
Okay, but you're fucking yourself up there. Come on.
I have so much anxiety about. I'm not going to be that good in person.
You're on the date. Sorry, just one
Sorry.
second. ChatGPT, what is a funny response to this?
You can turn around in an interview and go, can I just have a second to like think about this and then I'll respond, and they'll be like, fine. If I said that to someone on a date,
I think I might try
thank
that.
you, I'm going.
I think I actually might try that on my next date if I ever have one.
No,
sorry,
you're going on one with
this individual.
This individual, thank you.
Fingers crossed. And we're back. Sorry about that. We had a bit of a technical glitch. Had to fix up the camera a little bit. That's okay. We'll move along because we've lost our flow a little bit. But ultimately, how do you know when to move forward with someone or to move on? Or have you not even gotten to that stage where you've had to make that decision? Because I recently had to do it. Decide whether to move on or move forward.
Okay. I'm really bad at making this decision.
Okay.
I am a serial situation shipper.
Okay.
I'm the queen of situationships.
Tell me more.
I have actively not liked someone and continued to see them.
Why?
Why not?
Because you're not happy. Are you happy when you're around them?
No.
Come on.
I don't
You
know.
wanna set yourself up
I
here.
just look, I can get along with anyone.
Correct.
And yes, I'm going to have a good time because I'm going to be doing things that I
Because
want to do.
you're the outer, you're like the extroverted personality.
Yes.
You're the easy one to get along
I'm
with.
dragging you out. We're doing the things that I want to do, like just to have someone to do them with.
Okay, so what would be a reason for someone to... What has been a reason that you've ended it with someone?
Moving. It's actually so bad.
Tash, come on.
So bad. No, okay. If it just fizzles out, like I'll
Yeah.
at some point just go, nah, I'm not feeling it, and I'll.
But have you ever been on a date where you're like, okay, if I were to continue this, am I going to feel good or do I just call it quits here?
I'm kind of in this spot now where
Okay.
a lot of people are pushing me to continue with someone that I'm just kind of.
Correct, you are in this position.
I'm actually in this
I am
position.
aware of this
right
position
now.
that she is in. Couldn't even go go-karting.
But But again, someone to do something that I wanted to do. I wanted to go-karting.
Yeah.
We failed at that attempt because we went on a race day. But
Poor organisation, whoever planned that.
that was me.
That's on you. That is 100% on you. We're going to take your situation that you are in currently.
Yeah.
And we're going to break down whether it's something that you should pursue or call quits on. Thoughts?
Yep. Let's talk it through.
Tell me why people are saying push through, including myself, because I've given you that advice.
From my point of view, and I've told this to all my friends.
Which is the only point of view that matters.
It is, that's fair. A lot of my friends are now getting married or engaged or already... It's you know what?
Kill me softly with this song.
I'm going to sidetrack a little bit. I was at a friend's birthday dinner. We've already got 2 friends who are pregnant. Like, 3
million who are married.
three of them there were married, I think it was. And then, like, couple engaged, whatever. It was a lot. Sitting there and I'm like, fuck this shit. Love you. I actually got really upset. All we were talking about was the babies, the weddings,
It's
all
tough.
of that. And
it's really tough.
And that was the moment that it hit me. And then they sidetracked from that conversation to this guy, to my situation.
Just a little side note on this. I feel like because we're single, we're the exciting people to talk about all the time. I'm here for it.
No, I'm not here for it. It's too much pressure for me. So immediately they're like, well, we want to live through you.
Yeah, well, why don't you get a good relationship? No, I'm joking. They're very good relationships. Like, I've seen them. They're fucking beautiful. And if anything, I'm saying this because I'm jealous. Let's be real.
Yeah.
I want what they have. Okay.
Can you make that little screenshot?
Okay, so this position that you're in.
I think my friends are pushing me because they're like, this is exciting. We can like live through you a little bit. And then I think for a lot of them it is, they're all settled and they just want it for me. I mean, I've said to them, this is what I want. So they're the ones that are pushing me to be like, well,
But are they pushing you to settle? Is that what it feels like? Because sometimes, like, I even had a TikTok sent to me from a friend, and he was making the joke because he's also single. But it was like, all you single people need to start settling. Stop looking for the perfect one. Stop being so picky. Just settle. And I was like, bitch, I hear you, but shut up. Let me reach for the stars.
Look, I think that's the really hard thing at our age, that you don't have maybe the time that others would have to really play around and just...
You're talking about that big old biological clock that be ticking?
Don't even.
I cannot sympathise.
No. I'm just going to adopt.
You can squeeze one out.
Thank you.
You got time. You got time.
I got time.
Like so much time.
I was literally talking that my boss in the UK, she had a kid at 42.
That is unique.
Wild. It was wild.
That is a very unique.
Wild. But it can happen. No, they weren't pushing me to settle. They were pushing me to not think too much about it and not go in because I'm dating with intention to overthink that this isn't maybe who I think I would spend the rest of my life with, so therefore I should end it now. They're like, how do you know? You've seen him twice.
Because you know what I mean? Like, I was seeing, just to sort of like riff off you, like I was seeing this girl, and in the first day I was like, cool. It was very nice, very comfortable. Like, I can see this potentially working. And then a few things came up. And I was like, why did I push through these things? I ignored like the flags in the first date because I was like, don't be so picky. And then a few days down the line, I'm like, okay, well, now these are a thing. I'm like, well, why have I wasted my time and like my efforts?
Yeah.
There was another part to it. They may have farted a few times on the date.
No.
I'm a farter. I'm not someone who is going to be prejudiced against someone who, lets out a little squeaker.
No.
But
there's a time and a place.
There is a time and a place. And they fucking stank.
No.
It was stank. stanky. And like the first time I was like, oh, maybe it wasn't them, maybe it was someone else, because we're in a
No,
public
is
area.
this out in public? Nah.
And then there was another one. I was like, that smells pretty similar. And then there was another one,
No.
and there was no one else around. I was like, damn, what the fuck are you eating?
She's celiac. No.
Yeah, it wasn't a full reason why things ended. There was lots of other things. But like, come on, like the amount of pain that I put myself in holding in farts on dates. If I'm spending a night with a girl, I don't even sleep
No,
properly,
you can't.
just in case.
Do you fart in your sleep?
Always. So when I'm sleeping at a girl's place, it's like I can't sleep properly because I can't let one out, just in case.
Yeah, just in case.
Like, imagine the trauma. There was one time I was leaving someone's house. I'd held in all night. Was there from like 6 p.m. Left at like 11 a.m. the next day.
Like, your stomach is sore.
I walk out and I'm like, quality sound. She's on the fucking balcony waving at me. I was like, no. No. It was like,
Did you also have your leg up?
Literally had lifted my leg. Did the whole situation. Oh. It's like I'm not against farting, but at least wait a couple of dates. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, we've got one more question to go through, and that is.
Have some wine.
Excuse me. And this final question is: have you ever been with someone where you thought you were dating, and the other person didn't? It's a bit of a unique situation.
No.
Okay, I'm just gonna go kill myself. I guess it's just me.
I'm the queen of situationships. I just know.
So you always clarify, like, this is just like, but a situationship, there's like this ambiguity.
I don't understand where the ambiguity is.
Okay, maybe let me rephrase the question. Have you been in a situationship where they thought it was more, but you're like, boy, settle?
Yes. They've thought it was more.
Tell me more. How did it happen, and what did you do, and how much did he cry?
I got out of it by moving.
Fellas, she may be single, but she's gonna fucking rip your heart out. But I'm here
I don't
for
know,
it.
is this telling me
And
that
I'm
I
still
have
gonna-
commitment issues?
I don't think it says you have commitment
No,
issues. I think it tells you don't know how to say
No.
not no. You know how to say no, because no means no. But it feels like there's a few things that we need to both improve
I
on.
just get so into having fun and just enjoying.
Do you reckon maybe you're not ready for a long-term relationship? Like you don't actually want it?
So am.
Okay.
I really am.
Okay, so fine. Let's
But
plan.
I think
Let's-
probably
let's-
before I wasn't. So I would never let it get to the point where it was anything
Okay, so these
serious.
are all past experiences.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
you've had. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So now, we both clearly have many issues with dating. So many. What are we going to do actively now, moving forward, to improve our experiences?
That's a good question.
While you think, I'll explain to the audience what I plan on doing.
Okay.
Continue asking for referrals, because this seems to be working. I'm not going to lie. And it's not like a deep referral. It's like, do you have anyone in mind for me? Yes or no? They'll be like, maybe this person. Cool. Why? The camera's overheating again. This is really annoying. Do we just call it because the camera's going to overheat?
No.
The people need to hear. So I'm going to continue asking for referrals. Because it doesn't have to be like that hardcore referral, but she got creative with it. And she was like, send that audio note. And then I also sent a video of myself, the one that I referred to earlier, where it was like me at the wedding.
Yeah.
And it was just something different, something nice. And so keeping things like, and it's very me to give like an audio note, like, this is me, this is who I am. Take it or leave it, babes. Honestly, like, I know I'm a prize. I'm a prize to be won.
You are.
What are you going to do now? Not necessarily in your situation that you're in at the moment.
No. Just in general. We're still very open. I'm just going to keep saying yes and stop overthinking. And I'm just going to keep putting myself out there. I think referrals are the way to go, although I think I have exhausted that. That was like straight away. I was here. I was telling people, "You got a husband for me?"
See, nah, chill it out. Just be like, whenever you meet someone that you haven't seen in a while, be like, "Can you think of anyone?" Not like, "Do you have a husband for me?" Can you think of
No.
anyone?
I've
People
just
respond
gone
to
like,
that question a lot better.
okay,
I've found.
all right, fine. But still, I reckon I've exhausted.
I don't reckon.
No?
People are popping up out of nowhere.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna do that, and then we're also gonna continue having fun. Also, question for the audience, and it is important. Where do you like to go for a date? Because I'm bored of just going for a glass of wine at a wine bar.
I don't want to go like.
I've been to Albert's. I've been to Essie. Is it Essie at Malvern Station? There's other wine bars.
I've been to so many more than I have.
Gilbert's.
I actually went to tacos and tequila, and I did
You
a
did.
tequila night.
That's a
That was
vibe.
actually fun.
I hope you didn't drive to that one.
I did try.
Didn't drive. Huge. Yeah, let's give us some advice on where we should be going out for dates, and also feel free to comment any of the stories that you've had where you're like, what the fuck is going on? So please like, comment, subscribe. You can find me on all forms of social media. That is YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Yeah, it's behind the .banter. Tash, thank you very much for joining today.
Thanks for having me.
It's been a technical fuckery,
It was a pleasure.
but they're gonna love it. They're not gonna say
They're
it.
gonna not know.
Cheers to the single life.
To love.
To love. Oh, fuck.
We'll just finish it now?
So during this, the outro.